the way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Yeah. You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just fake it.
Hello and welcome back to the Whiskey Tangent Podcast, Whiskey Madness 2020, the final pour. Whoop, whoop. At long last, we're at the end of our 4-week-long blind tasting tournament that featured 16 whiskeys from America, Scotland, and Ireland. I'm Scott, and joining me as always is Ed.
Hey, everyone.
And once again, for the last time, our friend and bartender extraordinaire, Anders.
How's it going? Hopefully it's not the last time.
Well, right, the last time for the tournament.
Right.
Not the last time ever.
He's been a complete G being here every single week for these recording sessions that we're having.
Right. Once again, we're here at the Whiskey Tangent Arena in the gorgeous downtown city of Marlton, New Jersey. And you know, the crowd is actually kind of pumped this time.
I can feel the energy in here, Scott.
It's like electric.
Yeah, we spent the first 3 weeks tasting the 16 whiskeys in successive battles, whittling them down to just 4. 1 bourbon, 1 rye, 1 scotch, and 1 Irish whiskey, who today will square off to become the one whiskey to rule them all.
For a minute, it sounded like a George Thorogood song.
Yeah, it did. But first, Ed's going to get us all going by reminding us which 4 have made it to this point and recapping how each of them got here before we find out which one made their whiskey dreams come true.
Right, Scott. And the representing the Scotch bracket is Lagavulin 8-year, which defeated Chivas in a overtime battle last week.
Mm-hmm.
In the Irish whiskey department, Green Spot just edged out Redbreast 12-year to advance.
Yeah.
Henry McKenna 10-year going against the home favorite Bulleit Rye, which defeated a very game Willet family estate rye last week. And so it'll be McKenna versus Bulleit. But first, we're going to do Lagavulin and Green Spot. And Anders has poured them and is passing them to us right now. We're getting right into it. The time for talk's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
It's now put up or shut up. Let's see who the best whiskey in the tourney is, and we're going to start it right now.
British Isles Division. I wonder which one's the Lagavulin. I wonder.
These two are going to be very strong on the nose. The peat and the smoke and the brine of the Lagavulin and that green apple, that sweetness fighting against each other.
The higher proof of the Lagavulin.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which is with 96 proof.
96, yeah.
Against the 80 proof of the Green Spot.
Gonna put some water in?
This will definitely be a battle for the nose for the British Isles bracket.
All right, well, I've made my decision. I'm passing over to Anders as we speak. Honestly, I think that my choice is delicious and spectacular.
I think you've made an excellent choice.
All right, I'm making my decision as well.
Yeah.
Yes, and?
Green Spot goes to the finals.
Green Spot goes to the final.
And what an interesting matchup that's going to have with either Bulleit or McKenna. Oh, wow. I can't wait.
Poses a final salute. I'll have one more pour of Lagavulin 8.
Yes,
right.
Please do.
The number 1 seeded and the last standing scotch that we've had.
I felt like I've grown up. I mean, because I've gained an appreciation for a smoky scotch, and I never thought it was going to happen.
I still don't like it.
And Ed still doesn't like it.
It was better than Johnnie Walker Red, but it's not anything I would order or ask to drink. I picked against it in the last round, too. I went Chivas, but I mean, I can't say that it's not a high-quality whiskey. It absolutely is. I just don't care for that smoky Scotch flavor. It's not my thing.
Right. I'm really surprised it actually made it this far because of your dislike for the smoky peatiness. I just really appreciated the way that the green spot tastes here. It's so good. It's such a different thing from any other Irish whiskey. Lagavulin today was a little bit too smoky. It was much smokier to me than even the previous two times.
Right.
It
talks about what we were drinking beforehand and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Where your palate's at. Sure.
Yeah, it's all about what you're drinking in the day. So we're gonna take a small break here and set up for the American whiskeys.
Doing it for years and I still ain't pop. Got blackballed and I still ain't stop. Finna flip out, you can call the cops. What they gonna say? Let the beat drop.
All right, now I'm very excited about this. Henry McKenna, 10-year single barrel bottle and bond against the home favorite, the team that plays all its home games here at the Whiskey Tangent Arena, Bulleit Rye.
You know, our last three standing whiskeys all have a green label.
Interesting.
Just a little fun fact.
Green Spot, McKenna, and Bulleit. All right, so Andres has poured both the Henry McKenna and the Bulleit. So good. He's passed us glass A and glass B, and we're going to start to nose them.
Oh. Interesting. Bulleit Rye versus McKenna Bourbon. A is spicier on the nose. B is more alcoholic on the nose.
Interesting.
At least to me it was. Man, now I'm so confused. Yeah, let's take a palate cleanser. Poland Spring, zesty lime, sparkling water. They are not paying us for this.
Poland Springs, when it's time to be refreshed. No, yeah, they're not paying us, but we like to pretend that we have sponsors. All right.
I put water in mine. You put water in yours?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, my God. They're fucking neck and neck.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. How tough is this?
I mean, you can't have a tie, but there's a tie going on right now. I love them both.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised that I'm not able to discern the difference. And I think it's because one is a rye and one is higher proof. So I'm kind of getting confused as to what the spiciness is coming from.
Interesting.
I got it.
You got it?
All right. As made his
decision. It was without a doubt the closest decision of the tournament for me.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Andres is smiling. Did we pick the same one at least?
Do you know which one is which?
I'm not really sure. I think Bulleit might have been A, but I can't be sure.
I'm not sure at all.
You both picked Bulleit.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Amazing.
God.
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
Bulleit goes to the final round.
Bulleit beats McKenna.
All right. Our final round, Bulleit has defeated the 2018 Whiskey of the Year.
Yeah.
Best in Show Whiskey from the San Francisco Whiskey Conference.
Wow.
And meets Green Spot.
In the finals,
Irish whiskey,
which will be coming your way as soon as we can cleanse our palate and get our head right, because that was the toughest of the tournament by far.
Absolutely.
Once I proofed it down with water, I really wasn't sure which one I was. I didn't know who I was sending in.
I didn't either. I had no idea. And we picked the same one.
I know. And it was Bulleit. And once again, if we are going to get a sponsorship, it should be from Bulleit.
It really should.
Because we love you guys. You know we do. And now we have Bulleit Rye and Green Spot in the finals. Everybody will be back in a few seconds. We're going to regroup here, reset the glasses. The championship matchup.
The final pour.
Deep down, I know I'm a fighter. Deep down, I know my desires. Everybody thinks that I'm just a liar. They don't know what I got inside ya. I'm the one to fight fire with fire. I'm the type who never lets me get tired. Mess with me and they never will find ya. Yeah, that's what I do. Hard work always lasts, and the pain's not an act. No, it hurts real bad, but you have to attack what you want to attract, or you're gonna look back and regret what you lack. Everybody knows that's a fact. Yeah, I just want my words to impact.
So the arena is electric as we approach this championship matchup between Bulleit Rye, the American bracket winner, going against Green Spot, Scotch and Irish whiskey bracket.
Yeah.
And I mean, what a great time we've had to get to this point. Really, there's no losers. Every single whiskey in this tournament has some aspect of it that it can hang its hat on.
So, I mean, looking at the beginning rounds of the brackets, Bulleit obviously is one of our favorites. Everybody knows it's one of our favorites. I guess it's not surprising that it's here, but Green Spot, out of all the others, would you have expected that? Powers and Redbreast and Jameson.
I mean, it's the top-seeded Irish whiskey.
And the Scotches. I mean, I guess so. I guess.
I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised because of what I know we like Irish whiskey better than Scotch, so I kind of expected one of the Irish whiskeys to come out of that side. I wasn't sure if the Powers could upset one of the big boys. Mm-hmm. I already knew that Green Spot had kind of edged Redbreast on episode 22, so Jameson wasn't going to do it.
No.
So I'm like, am I surprised Green Spot's here? No, not out of that bracket. I didn't know if the Auchentoshan could do it because they're not smoky and annoying to me like the Lagavulin is. But, you know,
such shade.
And the I just don't like it. Most surprising whiskey for me was the Chivas Regal.
Yeah.
12 year.
I got you.
And I guess I shouldn't be surprised by that, but since I'm not a Scotch guy, it was very drinkable. And if I was in a bar and somebody said, hey, I'll buy you a Chivas, I'm like, yeah, buy away. Let's drink it right now.
Or if you're like, or you're somewhere, somebody's house, and they don't have anything you really like, but you see the Chivas, now you know, Chivas 12 years, not bad.
No, I'm drinking on the rocks. Not more than not bad. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the Bulleit Rye coming out, besting Henry McKenna, it bested Willet Rye. I mean, it earned its place here.
It did.
If Gabe and Anders were sitting here instead of Scott and I, would it have got past Willet? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. No. But like Scott said, in a tasting at his house a few years ago, it beat, 8 other high quality whiskeys.
Yeah. It just continues to surprise me, even though I know it so well.
Yeah. And I was surprised that it beat the McKenna because I like the McKenna about as much as anything that could put in a glass on the planet.
Yeah. Anders, just as a final thing before we taste these.
Right.
Your final opinion about both of these whiskeys.
Oh my goodness. So I have to say, they both bring a lot to the table. If this were a boxing match, it'd be a matchup where any of the two competitors could knock each other out in any moment. I'm so excited to see how this ends up going.
Right. And so we know we love Bulleit. What we're asking ourselves is Green Spot good enough to be more enjoyable today when we taste it side by side?
Right. I might do the same thing I did with the McKenna and the Willet Pot Still, is like have Anders hand them to me with my eyes closed and just taste them and then just pick one and have him tell me what letter it was.
I could totally see that happening.
Yeah.
Honestly, for either one of you, if you're up to that point.
Yeah.
If I could make a comparison to this final matchup, it's almost like an Oscar-nominated movie for Best Picture, and you look it up on Rotten Tomatoes and you see the critics score versus the people score. Because I feel like a lot of people objectively are going to go Green Spot is the better whiskey.
Sure.
That being said, I think the people are clamoring for Bulleit Rye.
So we been handed Glass A and Glass B, and we're going to start.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
This is it.
And I think at the end of the day, it's not about which one has the better pedigree. It's not about which one is the higher ticket price. Which one puts a smile on your face? Which one makes you happy?
They all do.
Anders, you were totally right. I can definitely tell which one is which in this.
Yeah, the gloves are off on this one.
So I probably will have you hand them to me with my eyes closed, but I'm going to taste them first, taste them with some water, and then see if I feel the same way. I mean, the green apple is just so obvious to me right now.
Yeah.
Where it wasn't before, but it is this time. I feel sad for Ed that he can't smell it because it was cold.
Oh, man.
But that Bulleit Rye spice, that just the smell of it is so delicious. I can't wait to save whiskeys for next year.
Oh, wow.
If our livers survive.
Yeah.
Okay. Pour some water. You got some water in there?
Yeah, the question is, we have to talk about next year. Do certain winners get to carry through? Like, to the final pour, do they get to come back with another 12 challengers?
Yeah, who knows? We'll have to converse with the selection committee.
Or would it be all new 16?
Right. Oh, A is just tremendous. B is also tremendous. Yeah, I definitely am going to need Anders to hand me the glasses with my eyes closed so I can sip them without knowing which is which and then picking first or second. All right.
Both glasses. I'm going to hand one.
My eyes are closed.
Here's glass number one.
Glass number one. Okay. I'm not opening my eyes.
So this is the finals. Could I have another half of each one?
Another half ounce of each one.
I need a little more of a taste.
Okay. Scott, here's the other glass.
Okay.
It's like I'm at a quandary right now and I can't make a decision.
Here's glass A.
Wow. I have no fucking idea.
Ed, here's glass B.
Thank you.
I'm not going to tell Anders which one I have picked until Ed makes his decision. This is so intense.
Final round.
Ed has made his decision. You can hand it to Anders.
It was hard.
And then I will say
Holy shit.
that I'm picking the second glass. That one you just put down. I don't know which letter that was.
You're picking the second glass, God.
Yeah. And?
In our final round.
Yes.
It's a tie.
Oh my God!
It is a fucking tie.
The championship.
Green Spot and Bulleit Rye
Oh, Scott and I
in the
have split.
championship round.
Unbelievable. We split on that one.
Oh, goodness.
Who chose what?
Yeah, we can reveal who chose what.
All right, Scott, you choose Green Spot.
Really?
You chose Bulleit Rye.
Wow.
Close. It was really close.
Oh, so it's all up to
Falls
you, Anders.
Final overtime.
All right, so we're back in overtime. Bulleit Rye and across the pond, Green Spot has come in,
So great.
looking to upset the home favorite.
Damn it.
Anders is in the hot seat now. He's going to be given both, and he's going to have to make an objective choice. Just like us, he's pretty much going to be able to tell the difference between an Irish whiskey and American rye.
I don't know if I can take the pressure.
It's gonna come down to what flavor expression he feels carries the day. So I'm going to pass him the glasses now.
All right. I promise I will do the same as I mentioned to you. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be which one I know is to be which.
Right.
It's going to be which one puts the biggest smile on my face.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So-
That's why I'm so glad that this happened, because now people cannot say
Right.
that we favored Bulleit Rye throughout this entire tournament.
Right.
Even though in the first two tastings of Bulleit Rye, Ed and I did agree that Bulleit Rye was the better in that matchup.
Right.
But this time in the finals, we're leaving it to an unbiased person.
Yeah.
Green Spot is simply delicious. When you compare it to any American, the American has the capacity to be a little harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In contrast to it, when I proofed the Bulleit down closer to where the 80 point of the Green Spot, that's when I was able to compare the flavor of both. And I have to tell you, the Bulleit for me held its own at that point.
Yeah. So when I put the water on, they came so close together
Yeah.
that I thought that I was going to be biased by having known which one was
Right,
which,
right.
which is why I gave them to Anders to give them to me with my eyes closed.
Right.
Because I felt like I was going to be biased.
All right. I just gave each of them a nose and I know which one's which already.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, it's not hard.
It's not hard. No.
The identification is easy, but
The choice is hard.
yeah, there's a lot of weight on this.
Yeah.
This is the
No, I mean-
championship of the whole tournament is on Anders.
Right.
Nobody could have seen this.
Why me?
Anders didn't expect this when he walked in. He didn't know what he was walking into.
Nope.
And now the arena is dead quiet.
Gabe, I wish you were here doing this instead.
Gabe was here last night recording other
A
stuff.
is,
Right,
A
right.
is beautiful, and
A is
A-
spectacular.
as is B.
Yeah.
I feel like Archie Bunker between Betty and Veronica right now.
Oh, Betty and Veronica.
Oh, you said Archie Bunker.
Archie Comics.
I did say Archie Bunker. Please edit that out.
Archie Bunker.
Archie Bunker.
Edith
Archie
there.
Comics.
Give me the Bulleit Rye.
Give me the Bulleit
Oh,
Rye,
meathead,
please.
don't choose the Green
Oh
Spot.
my God. Please edit that out. I'm sorry. I'm 12. I shouldn't even be drinking right now. And here I have the entire competition.
Hey, you know,
between them.
at least you know who Archie Bunker is. That was a big show in the 70s before
Yeah.
you were even born.
Dude, we were young.
I think I already said I was 48.
False.
The reality is,
I'm 12.
if you need any more, like I did, there's a little bit left of the Green Spot. You can have it, and there's Bulleit. So,
No, I don't need more.
Okay.
I need more time.
Okay.
well, that's
All right,
fine.
yeah, take as long as you want. I'll just edit it down. Wow, Anders, that was really quick.
This is like becoming a religious experience. I feel like I'm praying the rosary between the two.
He's cupping them in both hands.
Yeah, he's got both hands around it.
He's got his nose in the glass. He's tasting and smelling at the same time.
He's cherishing it, cherishing the whiskey.
I am the world's most gentle whiskey drinker.
You are.
So he's added some water now. He's shaking them both around at the same time. He's going back to A, and he guns that. He savors it. And now he's looking towards the B glass. It's so tense here. It's so tense.
There's this documentary that came out around 2008, 2009.
We're not even breathing. We're waiting for him to talk. And
It's called Waiting for Superman. It's about the U.S. school system. Yeah. And at the beginning of the documentary, you discover all of these kids that are on a lottery system to go to a school that will almost certainly guarantee them a better life. Mm-hmm. And at the very end of the documentary, the lottery drawing happens. Oh. And over the 90 minutes that have proceeded, you've fallen in love with every single kid. Oh. And kids that you love don't get picked.
Oh, no.
And kids that you love do get picked. And it is so joyous and so heartbreaking.
At the same time.
Wow.
This reminds me of that Waiting for Superman.
Right.
Because Bulleit Rye and Green Spot are incredible whiskeys.
They're both champions. No. They're both champions in their own right.
Have you finished both?
I've finished both. They're both. And both may prevail.
Do you want us to pour a little bit more of both and then hand them to you blind like I did?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I just want a little bit more. I haven't made my decision yet.
Double overtime.
Okay, and Ed has handed Anders glass number 1.
And he knows it.
Anders' eyes are closed.
And it's really good. And at the end of the day, it's whichever one puts a bigger smile on my face. And then I reach my hand out.
And glass number 2.
And glass number 2 is put in my hand.
And they're raw. There's no water in them. This is right from the bottle.
This is it. Glass number 1 or glass number 2?
2.
2 was A. A is...
Bulleit Rye.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Bulleit Rye.
The judges have confirmed. Bulleit Rye wins the tournament.
Champion 2020 Whiskey Madness, the final pour is Bulleit Rye.
Oh my God.
And everyone will be like, oh, of course it is. If you don't listen to these episodes, you don't know how hard this was for everybody here today. I want to thank Anders for all his hard work and Scott for all his planning.
I just want to say one thing before we go.
Yeah.
Please do this at home. Please take 4 of the whiskeys that you have, whatever you have your wife, have your boyfriend, have your daughter, whoever, pour them for you, not tell you which one is which, and taste them and try to figure out which one you like best. The results will be surprising. It's an eye-opener.
I mean, Henry McKenna and Larceny, I did not know which was which. Henry McKenna almost didn't get out of the first round.
Right.
So, by all means, do some blind tastings and go to tastings. Taste stuff side by side that you don't normally get to taste side by side. It's going to really improve your palate and your knowledge of yourself.
Flights really are the way to go.
I agree. If you're trying to figure out which one of the Michters you like, you taste the 4 and you go, all right, I know I like this one best. So then when you go out, you don't have to guess.
Yeah, you go to a liquor store, now you know which bottle to buy.
Right. Toasted almond, best one.
Toasted almond. Michter's, there's a toasted almond one?
There is, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, that'd be amazing. It's like like an amaretto kind of taste?
Is that the Good Humor brand?
But seriously, I do want to say, I'm sure there's going to be some percentage of detractors.
Maybe.
Sure.
Coming in as objective as possible.
Right. Explain your
knowing
decision.
Having a rough opinion on both Scott and Ed's profile, having bartended them for over a year and having gotten to know them and doing all these wonderful podcasts, I kind of knew what they would favor. I didn't see the Lagavulin going far. I saw the Bulleit Rye going far, honestly. Maybe not to this degree, but I did. I saw the Willet going really well. And all in all, I was shocked at almost every single round that we've done. This might have been the most objective tasting that I've ever done. You know, after pouring and seeing you taste every single one, I couldn't tell where it was going to go in every single round.
Right.
And it was so incredible.
You know, we pushed ourselves to really get into what we were tasting and not bring biases in.
Not even a hint.
I was ready to Willet Rye to beat Bulleit. I was definitely ready for McKenna to beat Bulleit. And I was accepting the fact that Green Spot could very well beat Bulleit. And I would have been okay with any of those defeats for the Bulleit Rye.
Absolutely. I would.
And I know that people are like, Bulleit Rye won over all the ones I just mentioned. It sounds dumb. Me saying it sounds dumb. I feel dumb saying it.
Yeah.
It beat Henry McKenna. It beat Willet Rye. It beat Willet Pot Still. It beat Green Spot. And it's what? Bulleit Rye for $29 for the fucking 5th?
I went into that final round and being like, motherfucker, you can't pick Bulleit Rye. Like, you're a professional. But at the end of the fucking day, Bulleit Rye beat every other whiskey that we tasted.
It's incredible.
It's incredible. And I want to thank Scott once again for all his hard work and putting the brackets together.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Scott.
Anders for finding the time to be here on his day off.
Yes.
And
thank you so much.
I have one day off. And I would
it's today.
rather not do anything other than this. Yeah.
We're close to finishing up our first year on the podcast. We're just trying different things. We had our first whiskeymentary on the Prohibition era. We've done our March Madness, and I think this went as well or even better than I expected. I had a blast. I hope you guys who listened to this enjoyed it, and maybe it's going to make you go out and buy a couple things and try it. Maybe you'll do this at home with your friends.
Absolutely.
Listen, get 6 friends, have them all bring a bottle they like, and do
Yes.
this. It's a fucking blast. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
All right, so for the Whiskey Tangent Podcast, for Whiskey Madness, the Final Pour 2020, I'm Ed.
I'm Scott.
I'm Anders.
Have a great week, and we'll see you next week with our regular programming.
Cheers.
Later.
Take that. Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Yeah. You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just fake it.
If you enjoyed this podcast episode, be sure to check out our next episode, which is way better than this one.
Oh, yeah.
Also, follow and like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Whiskey Tangent. And follow us on Twitter at Whiskey Tangent. You can follow me personally at That Whiskey Guy. And follow Scott at Giant Cup of Awesome, spelled AWSUM, just to be annoying.
Hey.
You can email us any questions, comments, or love at whiskeytangent@gmail.com. And of course, you can find us always at our podcast website, whiskeytangent.podbean.com.